Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a video because someone commented asking me, can you make a video about being an INFJ and growing up as a child? Growing up, how was it like? What did you do? How was it like? Awful? Yeah, pretty awful. Maybe my memories are just harder, but, you know, up until, okay, from when you're born until you're like 5 years old, you probably don't know anything, so I didn't know anything. I started noticing I was different as a person from about 6 years old onwards. And it also didn't help that I'm gay, and, you know, people don't like that. And people from a very early age understood that about me. So maybe that might, like, if you're doing a test subject or something, like, maybe you, like, want to see, like, INFJs, how they deal with, like, you know, gay and straight and stuff like that. But, like, it was hard for me growing up because people could tell I was gay, and I got discriminated against a lot, and I got, like, ostracized a lot extra because of that. So, it doesn't really help. But, yeah, so, like, I was about, like, 6 years, you know, I was basically, when I first started school, it was just, like, I was in the classroom, and I was the smartest person in school. Like, I was the one, I got straight A's, and I was, like, you know, I was always like, fighting that smart girl over there. Like, it was me and her. It was always that, me and that smart girl. It was always that, growing up. And that's how it was. And I just didn't really talk to anyone, ever in class. I would focus on the teacher and what's going on and get it done. And, like, elementary school, it was, like, I had friends. I go in and out of having friends. I don't think I ever really have a group of friends. I think I have people who are close to me and people who really like me, but I kind of keep them at a distance now. But, like, I didn't ever really have a group. I never had a group, for sure. And so I kind of got popular. I did get popular in, like, 4th or 5th grade or something like that. I remember being, like, one of those popular kids in elementary school, which is strange. But it was also still, like, I don't know. I feel like yeah, because I was from a rich family and stuff, and that definitely helps. Like, I'm from a wealthy family, and, like, that's what a lot of popularity is in a lot of ways. And then I get to 7th and 8th grade, and the groups. No, the groups don't really start yet, but they're close. They're getting there. And, you know, I find this group of boys, and, like, I hang out with more friends and stuff, and it's just kind of weird. Like, they're just a bunch of mishmash. It was weird. I didn't join a group at that point. I never joined a group. I won't join a group. And, yeah, so we did that for 7th and 8th grade. It was a mishmash of boys, and I was a swimmer. Like, I think this is the introverted intuition. I have this one idea, I have this one thing I'm focusing on, and that's it. And, like, that's exactly what's going on. You know, and, so I'm like, I focus on swimming my entire life. I'm like, I'm swimming, I'm doing it, I'm sticking to it, I don't care, I'm swimming. And I kind of put everything else to the side. But swim practice, I didn't talk to anyone. Like, I just swam and said, I'm swimming as fast as I can every day in practice, and you better catch up. And that's how I was at school, too. Like, I'm very just like, I'm doing my hardest, you better come up to my standards. Like, that's how it is. And it's very off-putting to people. And people, like I feel like I don't tolerate weakness very well. So, that alienates me more. I've always been attracted to the concept of an alien, because that's how I feel. Always. I always feel like an alien. I always feel like I'm from another fucking planet, and I'm a human being who is not supposed to be here. Like, I just always feel like that. So it definitely came to fruition when I was younger. Still, it's good. My savior. So I get that. 7th and 8th grade, and I don't really have so many friends. I was too busy. I was like, I got up at 4 in the morning, and I went to school like 7 or 8, and you know, and I would swim in the morning, and then I go to school, and then, like, I was too busy. I was trying to get straight A's. I was trying to go to college. Like, everything was, like, set up for one goal: go to the best school possible. Go to the best school possible. Like, everything was. And I went to Notre Dame, and it's fucking top 10 ranked school in the country. So, like, I'm like, oh, I could fit, but now I'm like, oh, I'm like losing things. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I did that. I didn't listen to anyone. I didn't really listen to people's criticisms. I get to high school, and I had those friends, that group of boys from 7th and 8th grade, and every single one of them changed groups. One went to jock, one went to theater, one went to goth, one went to this, one went to... And I go, fuck. I remember, and I was in high school, and I remember being like, shit, I don't know who to hang out with at lunch. Who am I supposed to hang out with at lunch? So I stopped going to lunch, and I started going to lunch in the library. And the days the library was closed was the hardest days of my life, because I would walk around aimlessly trying to eat and make sure that nobody saw me walking around by myself. No one to hang out with and be by myself. And it was really, really painful for like 4 years. Entire high school. Those days I was like, Mom and Dad, can you please pick me up? I need you to pick me up and take me to lunch. I got that luxury with cell phone technology at that time. And then when I was like a senior in high school, I got like an off-campus pass, and I would just leave. I would just go off-campus. I'm going off-campus right now. Like that's kind of how, yeah, it's attributed to all of my behaviors now. Very isolated, very alone, very much in pain, very very difficult to exist. It's crushing. It makes me feel like everyone doesn't like me. I also did have this very interesting tidbit about my life. I was born in a very rich and wealthy family and stuff, and I was hanging around a lot of people in high society, rich people, well-connected people, all that. And I kind of rejected I rejected my class in high school. I rejected you're supposed to be with the rich white kids. And I fucked that. I'm not doing that. Because I had this, like, I think introverted intuition, the NFs have this trait in together, I think, as far as we see something as superficial and we say, fuck that, and all those people I thought were superficial. And I said, I'm not hanging out. So I thought all the people that I hung out with in high school were superficial, fake, pretentious fucking people, and I just didn't talk to them. And that's how I deal with people I don't like. I just don't talk to people. And I kind of make it blatantly obvious. If I really don't like you, I just won't even shake your hand or anything. Like, if I really don't like you, I won't shake your hand. I'll shake someone else. I'll shake the 4 other people's hands who I like, and then I'll, like, skip you on purpose to make sure. It's just kind of interesting. So I did that, and then I get to college. The goal, and all of a sudden I'm like one of the most popular people. I was a swimmer though, so I got a team in place. I already had like a group, like a clique that I could pick. You know, I had 50 people. I think it was like 40 people, but you know, more people every year. And I was popular because I could use probably my FE, and people thought it was cool, it's because I felt like I could beat myself around those people because I feel like everyone around me was at a high level, and I feel like I could interact with them at an intellectual level, and I was more open to those relationships. So that's kind of how it's been for me in my life. I was really popular in college, and then since then it's like, I don't know, I can't find friends because it's just like, who wants to be friends with me? I don't know. Do you want to be my friend, YouTube people? Please? It's alright. It's alright. I'm fine. Like, I'm in a relationship, but you don't really need time for friends. Like, it's just like you're supposed to be, I don't know. So, that's kind of how it was. It was very hard. It was very difficult. I had a great childhood as far as the wealth and opportunities that I had. But as far as the social awkwardness and ostracization, it was too much. It was way too much. So I wish, that's why sometimes I just wish I was normal. I wish I was like everybody else. I wish that things didn't have to be so hard for me in a lot of ways, and I wish that I could just fit in naturally, and the more I try to fit in, the less I do. And so that's why it's hard. So any INFJs out there, any NFs, I think you might, any introverts, I'm like to like INTPs and shit. Like, what do you guys think? Like, are you guys like have a similar thing? I want to know what INTJs are like, because if we're very similar for our intuition, I feel like the INTJs would be a little bit more callous to people, but I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I felt like my feelings were being hurt every day in high school. So I just miss that. I just wish that didn't happen. It was a very hard period in my life. So that's why I have to promote be kinder and gentler to everyone. And if you see someone, if you're in high school, you're in school, or even if you're in your office and you don't like that person over there, invite them over and let them sit down and eat lunch with you. That will make their day. I promise. It will. Thanks, guys.